Hi there, I'm Ben, and welcome to April's wrap-up. Hopefully you know what we're doing here by now. If you don't, I go through all of my pickups throughout the month, so of April, obviously. Do one of these every month. And then I go through my trophy list. I'm working towards the 85% mark, I'm sure you know by now. The Cobbled Street to 85%. I don't know if it's possible. I don't know. Maybe I should have too adventurous. I'm going to try and do it, obviously, but I think I should have done 84. That would have made more sense. The year I was born. But yeah, I'm not backing out now. I'm going to still try and do it. But yeah, let's say I'm behind. Let's just say that. Yeah, and then lastly, of course, I'll go through all of the new patrons and members for the month. Give them a shout out. Again, even more than last month. It's getting ridiculous now. A lot of them were rejoins, but you are rejoining, and that's amazing. So yes. That's the last thing. So the shops were open, so I've been to shops. Quite a few things I picked up. I did cash in my old PS4. You can't see, it was never there, so I don't know why I'm pointing over there. It was never there. My other PS4 is gone now. Cashed it in. Got a bunch of Blu-rays, that side, which I'm not going to show you. But I did also get games as well. Yeah, this might take a while, so let's get on with it. So firstly, of course, I'm doing my limited run stuff. And I'm going picking up cheap limited run on eBay whenever I see them. So if I throw in a low bid, and hopefully I'll win it, and sometimes I do. I have no idea what Runner 2 is. I know, crazy, I don't know why, but this is limited run number 44. I will actually look, I will open this eventually as well. I'm not a sealed collector. It's nice to have them sealed now and again, but if I haven't played a game, I'm going to open it and play it. That's as simple as that. Next we've got Code Vein. Has been recommended. Is a Souls-like, an anime Souls-like, I've been told. It's told. That's what it is. It definitely looks interesting. Hopefully the combat is the most important part of a game like that. So hopefully it holds up. The Witcher 3. Wild Hunt. It's not the Game of the Year edition. This is the edition I played first. So I've got both versions on my trophy list. I've got Witcher 3, which I played first, and I've got literally like 4 or 5% on this version, and then I've got Game of the Year. I did a bit more on the Game of the Year version. That's the version I'm going to do for my 400th platinum. I may even make a video of that as well, a little kind of journey, you know, like Adam, biting his style. Super Meat Boy. Yeah, basically I like collecting in indie games. They're my favourites to collect. Super Meat Boy is like the ultimate one, isn't it? For difficulty wise. I will play this. I'm going to do this on stream one day. Probably not going to speak much on that stream because I will have to concentrate. Speaking of amazing indies, Dead Cells. Again, this is for streaming. Been told many times to pick this one up. The soundtrack apparently is very good as well. So yeah, Dead Cells. I've got to give roguelikes a go. Obviously, we've got Returnal at the moment. So I've got to start getting into roguelikes, not be scared of dying and losing everything. As miserable as that sounds, there's got to be some fun there, otherwise they wouldn't be so popular. This one, I've already showed him, but the Trophy Fanatic, he's seen this one. This one's for him, obviously. Steelbook, Yakuza Kiwami. Yeah, we know how much he loves the Yakuza series by now. Yeah, this is the one I started with. Steelbook was amazing. It was cheap. It was in a 3 for 2 offer. That's why I picked it up. I don't have the physical version. I've only got 0 at the moment. But yeah, I'm going to be going through. Don't worry, I will be going through to finish them off. A game I got in the same deal, I think it was in game as well, is the Neo 2 Special Edition. Now, these were sealed. I have actually opened myself one. $7.99 in a 3 for 2. It's ridiculous, I know. You get the art book with it. So, really cool little art book. Art books are always really good to go through. I don't know why I'm flicking through it. You can't see it. You get the steelbook case, the game, and I think I've used this one. The game, and then the code. You get the whole season pass. So, $7.99 for that. Well, it's not even $7.99 if you buy it 3 times or get a couple of other games with it. Amazing deal. I don't know what game are doing. Maybe they're just clearing out old stock. It wasn't as popular as they thought it was going to be. But yeah, check your local game. They are still there. I went a few days ago. They were still around. Another thing I've started doing is throwing low bids on just random games on eBay. Just sorting by finishing soonest. And if I see a game I have no idea or don't own, I'll throw a really low bid on it. and try and get it. And this is Psycho-Pass Mandatory Happiness. I think this is one of those story games. Not story, what are they called? The choices. You know, the anime. No, it's not coming. One of those. Yeah, we got it on PlayStation Plus a while back. I'm sure of it. I'm pretty sure we did. But it's brand new, sealed, and it was like £5 delivered. So you got to do it, haven't you? Then we got some PS3 stuff. So obviously the PS3 store was supposed to be shutting down, so there was panic buying going around everywhere. I didn't really partake in it that much. I was going to wait for it to all cool down and then get a few. But there's one I definitely wanted to get, and that's Azura's Wrath. Before that disappeared, because it is rare. I've heard it's very, very good. We got it on PlayStation Plus many years ago. I do actually own this on digital, but this one's been going up in price, and obviously with my full, or trying to go for a full PS3 this side, that way, there, PS3 collection. It's one I wanted to get before it goes up in price too much, and it is going up pretty quickly. Another PS3, Devil May Cry. This was just one I picked up in CEX as part of my trade-in. The PS4. Yeah, I mean, it's Devil May Cry, and it's all three. The first like, HD collection. I've played 1, and I think 3. I don't think I've done 2, but that was before a trophy many, many years ago. Dreams is another one that's in the 3 for 2 at Game at the moment. This is brand new. It wasn't sealed, but it was, you know how they are with their new games at GameStop and Game. They just like to open them for some reason and sell them as used. I don't know why they do that. Why don't you just keep it sealed? Everybody be happier. But Dreams is one I want to stream and just not create anything, because I wouldn't be able to, but just look at other people's creations. So if you are up for that, let me know, because there's some amazing stuff on there. Yeah, again, this has actually gone down in price. It's now $4.99, 3 for 2. So if you haven't got Dreams, it's definitely worth going and getting. Another PS3 one, Tokyo Twilight Ghost Hunters. Again, I was in CEX, and PS3 games are getting picked clean, or were, because of the panic buying. And this was here. I don't have it in the collection. I have no idea what it is. It's very Japanese looking. I don't know what it is at all. It looks like a puzzle game. Oh, it has puzzles in it anyway. It was cheap, like really cheap, so that's why I've got it. Again, speaking of really cheap PS3 games, I've never tried to Sturmovik, Birds of Prey. It's just one of those PS3 games I don't have, and it was like £1, £1.50. Oh, it's $5.05. I didn't realise. Yeah, Flight Sim. It's just going in the collection. I do like flight sims. I used to play them a lot on PC. I don't know so much about consoles though, whether they're as good. Another one, Game of Thrones, not the Telltale one, but I think it was an RPG that they did. I think it wasn't very good, but I don't know. It might be worth visiting. It might be better than the last series. Who knows? I'll keep that one together as well. A Steelbook. I didn't realise, and it's quite naughty of me, but I didn't actually own Uncharted 4. I have all the other ones, but I don't have it. But then I saw this Steelbook, and it was like £1.50, £2 at the most. Oh, it still has stickers in. You got to get a Steelbook when it's cheap like that. So again, nice little pickup. Another Steelbook, Devil May Cry 5. I will try this one day. I think it's Trophy Fanatic again, mentioning him again. He's going for it as platinum number 666. I think I can dedicate myself to doing that as well. What am I, like 268 away or something ridiculous like that? So I'll commit to that. But again, it's a Steelbook. It looks amazing, and I don't own it. The Long Dark was really cheap, £3 or £4. I think it was one of those ones I threw a low bid in on. It's a Canadian survival game. I don't really know much about it, but apparently it's relatively rare. I don't know. I've not seen it before. I knew nothing about this game. So yeah, get onto that. Plague Tale: Innocence. I've already done this. I've already got the platinum, but this is such a good game. You need to play this if you haven't done. This is definitely a game you need to play. What can I say about it without spoiling it? A plague game. It's set in France. Not many games are set in France during sort of medieval times, and it's you play as a brother and sister, and it's I don't want to spoil anything by giving any of the story away, so just go and play it. It's definitely one you need to do. Neo. I didn't own Neo 1. I didn't realise it was really cheap, because Neo is now. Journey to the Savage Planet. I don't know much about this. I remember it coming out and sort of disappearing. Oh, it's 505 as well. I'm randomly picking all these games up. It's not a coincidence. It's not. No, it is a coincidence. I'm not just promoting them. Yeah, it looks quite interesting. Going into different planets. It looks very colourful as well. Definitely looks interesting. So, might be one I'll be streaming. Blasphemous. So I played this and I instantly fell in love with this game. I played it on stream. It's so good. From what I've played, I only played a little bit of it as well. This is the limited run version. It's not cheap, but I got it cheaper than most of them are, so I was okay with that. And then I found out that they are releasing this, the physical version of this, a wide release. So I think it's 20. If you go on Amazon and do Blasphemous PS4, if you search for that, I think it's £25, $25, something like that, and it's a better version than that with like an art book or things like that. Quite annoying, but I do have the limited run version now, so it's going to hold its value. Hopefully, I'm hoping it does. But yeah, if you ever wanted the physical version of Blasphemous, go and have a look on Amazon. It's there now for pre-order. It comes out at the end of June, maybe something like that. £25 with a steelbook. So a bit annoying. I literally found out a day after it arrived, and this one did come with the disc loose, and I cannot abide that. So I actually opened it. I'm okay with opening games, like I said. I can't do loose discs in a case, no chance. So I did actually open it. I could have sent it back because I did actually ask the guy if he knew it was loose before sending it, and he said no. But what do you want to do about it? So I could have actually sent it back, which is quite annoying. One I'm not going to send back, and I'm definitely happy to have, and probably keep this one sealed, to be honest, is Gris or Grease. You have to say it like that with the accent, don't you? It's just such a beautiful game. I'm really glad I've got this one. Limited run number 313, quite a recent limited run. If you haven't, I've put this on one of these videos already when I got the digital version. Beautiful, just play it. Sega Mega Drive Classics. I just feel like going back because some people were saying that they liked the stream with Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, going back doing older games. So let's go way back and play some Altered Beast, some Secret Shinobi. What else we got on here? I haven't actually looked. Golden Axe. Wow, Columns. They got Michael Jackson. Oh, that was such a good game. Remember that? Michael Jackson on the Mega Drive. Yeah, so I'm going to stream some of those. I think that'd be quite good. Lumo. I think somebody's mentioned this isometric kind of puzzle game. This is the one I always used to get wrong on the streams. It looks like Orko from He-Man. Yeah, another game I'll probably stream eventually. Little indie games. Because I do like streaming the indie games most, I think. It's just interesting to get them out there. Another game I threw a really low ball bid on, Kingdom Hearts 2. One day I'll play them and learn which is which. Kingdom Hearts HD 2.8 Final Chapter Prologue. It was like £1.50 delivered, maybe two. It was ridiculously cheap. Probably because there isn't an all-in-one collection, but I like to have all versions, so it's pretty cool. And we're nearly there. Hold on, we're nearly there. So yeah, and then last month, I actually got this last month, but Libor sent me a little care package with some Blu-rays in. I'm not going to show you the Blu-rays, and some PS3 games that I didn't actually have, weirdly, and a few art books. So yeah, thank you, Libor. Of course, I've obviously said thank you to already, but yeah, Heavy Rain Move Edition. So Heavy Rain, we all know Heavy Rain. We all love Heavy Rain. A game I just didn't realise I didn't have is Dead Space 3. I've got 1 and 2. I didn't even realise I didn't have Dead Space 3, so thank you for that. I'm actually going to be doing this as my next PS3 game, Dead Space 3. I've got the DLC and everything ready for that one. Rocksmith, I think he sent me this and he still needs to play it. Rocksmith, I think he's got it now, but at the time he just kind of sent it with the rest of the stuff. I don't even have the guitar, but of course I'm going for the full PS3 collection. He knows this is why he sent it. So filling in the gaps, so to speak. So thank you. And Monopoly, another one I didn't have. There are a couple of Monopoly games, so yeah. Monopoly is always fun. I mean, my son actually quite likes it as well, so it's something we could play together. And then a couple of art books. Far Cry 2, the best Far Cry. Loads of people don't agree with that. I know it's controversial to say that, but there was so many things they did in that which were right. It felt like survival. whereas the third and the fourth are more action games. Far Cry 2, it obviously did stuff wrong as well. It was very buggy, and the online was terrible. But they should have stuck it with it that way. And then Assassin's Creed Black Flag, another art book. I do love art books, just going through them and seeing the concept art and just breaking it down. I mean, look at that. So cool. Yeah, and that's it. I don't think I haven't put it on the list. I write a list as I get stuff during the month, so I remember what I got. Nothing digital this month. I don't think there was no. I hope not, because I'm not putting it on. So yeah, that's it this month. Very busy this month. I know I've said I've been calming down, but I did sell my PS4, so obviously I did have all the credit for that. And got sent some cool stuff as well. So, lovely stuff. Let's have a look how we're getting on with 85%. Right, 85%. How are we doing? Or how am I doing? How are we doing it? We're doing this together. Yeah, let me know how you're doing as well. I know some of you definitely said you were doing this or trying to get your percentage up. Let me know how you're doing. So, April. A bit of a weird month, April. So I went really far down the percentage and then went back up again and kind of leveled out. Not the most gain, but I felt like I did a lot. You'll see what I mean. So Guacamelee on the PS3 and Vita. This was not the platinum, obviously. This 7 years, 4 months. This was me doing the DLC. I love Guacamelee. I'll probably even do it again on the PS4. I haven't done the first one on the PS4. This is on the PS3. Such a good game. So again, if you haven't played Guacamelee, do that. Shady Part of Me, I streamed this. This was another stream. This is another indie game. Definitely worth playing. Definitely a good one to go and do. Shady Part of Me, it's quite quick. 3, 4, 5 hours maybe tops. Music's great. The art style is amazing with this sort of drawn art style. It's really good. And it's fairly straightforward. Nothing difficult. So definitely go and do that one. And then I'll get all these bunched together here. So we've got Hitman 2 expansion, additional expansion, Hitman 3 and Hitman 3. So what I did is, I'm sure most of you know by now, is I had Hitman 3 on the PS5. I had this version done with the Platinum. I hadn't done the DLC. So the DLC for Hitman 3 is, let's just open that up in another tab and drag this down. The DLC for Hitman 3 is Hitman 2. Expansion, Hitman 2, and then Hitman. That's the DLC. That as soon as you load up Hitman 3, that is there. So you can't get away from that. So what you can do is you can import your Hitman 2 save. You can't import a Hitman 1 save. You import Hitman 2 save. And it will auto pop your trophies. So I didn't want to just necessarily just do the Hitman 3. You can play Hitman 2 via Hitman 3. So I didn't want to just do that. So I did Hitman 2 instead. Finished that all the way through. Finished the expansions. And I also did Hitman 1 within Hitman 2. So, because you can't port that saver over either. So I'm not playing Hitman 1 again. Don't worry about that. And then when I'd done that, I went and auto-popped Hitman 3 on the PS4. I know some people don't like it, but I've done so much Hitman. I'm fine with it. So, auto-pop Hitman 3, and then I needed to import my Hitman 2 save, which overwrites my Hitman 3 save, so that's why I auto-popped it first to get the platinum. And then once I'd done that, I brought the save across, and then, because it's a one-time thing, you can only do it once from Hitman 2, and then it auto-popped most of the DLC. I think there was a few, the sniper missions, it doesn't auto-pop, which they're really quick anyway. Yeah, and then auto-pop both DLCs on both versions. It sounds very complex, and it is. Trying to find out which Hitman 2 and Hitman 3 you need to buy is a trick in itself. You need a trophy for that in itself. They are not the most clear about which one you need to buy to get everything and be able to move it across. It's a mess. But Hitman 3, I really love Hitman now. I really love the series, and it's such a shame because I've kind of jumped in at the end. I thought it was a bit restrictive at first, but then if you think of it as more of a puzzle game and less of an action game, you'll have a lot more fun. That's when I kind of changed. I was wondering why I couldn't sort of drag people around the corners and hold the guns to their back and use them as human shields and things like that. I thought that'd be a good element, but it's not that. It's a puzzle game. So if you treat it as such, you'll have a lot more fun. And I really did like Hitman 2, and Hitman 1 had a lot of good missions in it as well. So it is a shame that I can't do it again, I think. Yeah, so next, Visage. This was courtesy of Dio Brando. This was a stream I did. Press L3 to crouch. Yeah, I went through this. The chapter, I think it was 3 main chapters and sort of a weird chapter afterwards. I played the least entertaining one on the stream, unfortunately. The other 2 were a lot better. Like some really dodgy scares in it as well. These are the sort of scares that get you to your core. The ones where there's no noise, but you just see something for a split second and it disappears and it just leaves you wondering. It has those types of scares. It's kind of a bit like Silent Hills, what it should have been almost. The controls are the worst part of the game, unfortunately. It has a horrible inventory system. It doesn't necessarily make clear how to crouch, which is weird. Like the first time I crouched in the game, it was press R2 to go through this hole. So I thought, oh, you don't crouch. I didn't look for a crouch button. And then I had to get through past some enemies, and apparently you need to crouch to get past them. So yeah, there you go. But apart from that, yeah, I definitely had fun, and there was definitely some shocking imagery in that one. So yeah, definitely worth picking up. I'd wait for sale. It is quite expensive for an indie, if they do a physical version, which I can imagine them doing in the future. Yeah, definitely worth grabbing. Ghost of Tsushima.
That's you know.
So this isn't the platinum, this is me going for the DLC. I've not done any of it. I've done the story stuff in the online Ghost mode or whatever it's called, Legends mode. I'm going to be doing the other stuff as well shortly, but it's on hold at the moment. I've not got the time right now, but yeah, I've got to do New Game Plus and everything. So I just want to get it done, get it out of the way, do Legends. I've got obviously Rock helping me, the Trophy Fanatic is there as well, and Phantom. So yeah, hopefully I'll get on and you can all help. Hopefully. Terminator Resistance. So I've been wanting to play this for a while because Terminator, and I love Terminator 1 and 2 at least anyway. That's where they kind of finished for me. I just wanted to play and use the weapons that they use in there. Not the best. Not the best. It's a weird game. It feels like Fallout 3 when Fallout 3 came out almost. It has a lot of those elements. It has a lot of Fallout elements. Not really RPG. It has soft RPG elements, which it doesn't really need. And then, you know, when you go and talk to somebody, it does that zoom and pulls in onto their body, and you go into this weird talking bit. You do scavenging. It's all not really necessary. It really isn't. All I want to do is shoot some T-800s with the gun. And eventually I got to do that. The story's nonsense as well. So it's okay. It's okay. It's passable.
Where are the others? Where's my husband?
They're dead.
I'm not going to do it again on PS5, I doubt. Ghost Runner is a game I will be doing on PS5 when this it comes out later this year. So of course, thanks to 505 for sending me the code for this, because there's some new DLC for it, so they're sending codes out again. Amazing. I can't believe I missed this the first time round when it came out. I think it was October, November last year. Go play Ghost Runner. Let's say Mirror's Edge meets Dishonored meets Miami, Hotline Miami. I got there in the end. Yeah, it's really quick. There's no load time, so you die, you're straight back in it. Go. And it's just so fast paced, and it was the best cyberpunk game of 2020. I could say that. Music, everything, full thing, so good. And it's quite short. It's not as difficult. At first it might seem impossible, like really quite impossible. The controls are sharp, and the slow-mo mode that you get, that you're able to move around enemies, and once you figure that out, it becomes so much fun to play and really easy and comfortable to control. So yeah, not as bad, not as difficult as you may initially think. It really isn't. And then finally, Metal Gear Solid 3. controversial, but I never played this the first time round. Let me just get that out of the way. I have no nostalgia for this game whatsoever. I don't get it. People say this is the best game ever made. I've heard these people say that this is their favourite game of all time. I don't get it. Maybe it's because I'm playing it too late. Maybe it's because I played it on the Vita. I don't know. I don't get it. I'm sorry. It's been on my list for a long time, so I finally wanted to go and get it done. I think one thing is that it annoyed me is that the collectibles in it as well. Going for the platinum, maybe if you just go through it and do the story, it's a lot more entertaining. But even that, I just found sort of convoluted towards the end and just unnecessarily explained. It just the thing with Metal Gear Solid, the thing with most Kojima games is you feel talked down to a lot, over explaining things. Just simplify. It'll shave hours off your game if you just simplified your cutscenes. If you just I don't know what else to say. Anyway, so the keratins, the little green frogs, I missed one. I believe it's just one. I don't know where. I shot every single one twice. Hid the little ribbit on every single one. Did it twice. Even did the ones in the horrible bike section. I don't know why there's collectibles in that bike section. Shot those with the rocket launcher and heard the little thing. Used the little audio thing to hear them in the distance. Heard them all. Got to the end. Trophy didn't pop. So obviously I don't know which one it is. You're kind of restricted, so I'm gonna have to go through it all again, unfortunately. Maybe I'll like it second time when I can actually kill people. I don't know. I'll get through it eventually. I wanted to get this done. I did this on the 30th. You can see the 30th of April. I was hoping the platinum would pop. It'd be the final one for this month, but unfortunately it didn't, and now I've got to go through it. And I can imagine all the dislikes now because I've said Metal Gear Solid 3 isn't as... I don't know. Maybe I'm just too late to the party. Or, I don't know, the talking down in the cutscenes does quite annoy me, to be honest. And then, so here we are, 80.11, so it did dive right back down again, but it's back up. So I am over 80, so if you're thinking 0.5% per month, which is quite a lot actually, that's 10 months, and we only have 8 months left, so I have to get on with it, but there's games coming out now, Resident Evil, things like that, so it is going to slow down as well. But I'm not giving up. No way. I just have to work harder. The country rank's actually gone up to 216 as well, which is quite surprising. Jumping up there, even though I'm not really doing that much. There's maybe, the platinum's already there for most of them. Hitman 3, Guacamelee, Tsushima. So not actually that much added, but it's gone up. So 5 more. Till 400. 400 is going to be Witcher 3 Game of the Year. Got a while to go yet. So yeah, getting on. And I do apologise for not liking Metal Gear Solid 3, but it is what it is. Right, now the most important part of the month. I've got my big old list here. I've got to mould it up because it is quite a long list. Firstly, I've got 2 apologies to make. Michael Franco, I completely missed you off last month. I don't know how I did that. And thank you for sticking with me as well. You haven't taken offence to it. So thank you. The second thing is Caution. Last month I said Hyperlight Drifter. I think it was Eon I said got it, but it was actually Caution who got it for me. So thank you, Caution. There's another correction there. I do apologise. And then we do have rejoins here. So I think this may be just the payment dropping and people rejoining. But because you move up the top of the list, as I sort of see it on my sort of analytics, it does look like you're new. So I will shout you out if you rejoin, even if it is just sort of a day in between. So we've got Eon. So thank you for rejoining Cheryl Chambers and Eric Avery. I know you don't like the full name, but Eric, thank you. Those were all rejoins, along with Jack, Tyler Walsh, and Felix Andro, which kind of rejoined. I think it's dropped for like an hour or something like that. So thank you to all of you for rejoining. That's the membership on YouTube. Then we have new ones. We have Derailed or D3 Railed. Derailed. Thank you, Emil. Who hasn't officially become a member, but he has paid me to become a member without the YouTube fees. He sort of sent me the money directly, so thank you for that. With unofficial member, but it's thanks. Phantom 21, thank you very much. Who else? We've got Moon as a patron, so he's been a member for a while, and then he's become a platinum patron. So Moon, thank you very much for that. Jay, who I've not seen on live streams. I have seen, I think you've commented on videos. I don't know if you're going to watch this. So Jay, thank you for becoming a member. Nemesis 850, good to see you as a member. Thank you. Obviously you've been around for a long while now. And this is not me. Ben's cheerleading team. Now I think I've worked out who this is. It's a random person that joins streams now and again, and they have a picture of me, and it's quite funny, to be honest. It's nothing to do with me. It's not, honest. I think I know who it is, and they've not admitted it, or not directly anyway, but I think I know who this is. And they've become a member as well, so it looked like I was becoming a member to myself. So thank you for that. That's all of the members and rejoins and patrons this month. So it's more than last month. It's growing every time. So, and people are sticking with me as well. I can't thank you enough. It's amazing. It really is. Yeah, that's April. So a big old stack of stuff. I mean, it's on both sides here. It's everywhere. It's some people might think it's ridiculous, but I don't know. Like I've said before, I think I prefer collecting sometimes as opposed to playing. Just sometimes I'll just sit there, just look at the games for a while. Why not? Right, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you at the same time next month, and we're going to have a look and see what May was like. Probably a lot quieter, I think. See you then.